Funny having a screen protector on a mock-up model phone. So same camera section, a brushed or matte finish on the frame in black. It does not feel titanium in the form of this model, but I would assume they would keep the titanium aspect for the Pro models. I don't know, these feel a little bit heavier. What does that mean on these? I don't know, but the materials on this feel more plasticky, obviously, than the actual official iPhone. But this is your Plus variant, same alteration. So I'll pull over the existing Plus, and there you can see the difference. Form factor, looking fairly identical again, if not exact. Height, width, yeah. Sometimes these change slightly, but not this generation, it appears. These are, like I said, almost exact. Now the Plus model still has this secondary button section, which is tough to see on the black variant. So whatever that ends up being. Will says Apple Intelligence, which would be very cool if that was the case. But maybe even if it was just a programmable button, that would be cool.
Feel comfortable holding that and pressing that button?
Yeah, that's that area. Yeah, you can press it. You have to shift your hand down to here, hold it there. Your left hand, on the other hand, is lining right up with that. Now, if you go to the smaller phone, same idea. You hold here, you can press this. You slide up a little bit, you press here, slide down a little bit. It's this motion. Got to do this motion in your hand. And next, we have a Pro model, also in black, and we have obviously a much bigger camera section, but the same layout that we're used to on the existing Pro. Now the materials feel identical between these two. I don't imagine that these are indicative of the actual materials that Apple will be using in any way. Sometimes the colors, as I mentioned, are, and if that's the case, then this black variant is quite black. Maybe more black than recent kind of almost black colors that Apple has used. And if I pull over the existing Pro, I have a device that is actually a little bit taller. That's interesting. So not identical in this case. This is a little touch taller. How much taller? Let's find out. So old model, calipers have the old one at 146.8 millimeters or 5.77 inches. The new one, 5.89 inches or 149.7 millimeters. So yes, this form factor has changed slightly. Let's check width. 7144, 2.81. Oh, that's a lot closer to identical. 2.8 or 7113. That could just be material differences. That's not a significant alteration compared to that height. That height has definitely changed. If these early mock-ups are accurate, then the next iPhone, the iPhone 16 Pro, will be taller than the iPhone 15 Pro. Let's check out the Pro Max. Here it looks like we have a 16 Pro Max in white and silver. Same button layout, huge phone, obviously even bigger than the Plus. The other interesting thing here, we have the same matte finish on Pro and non-Pro models. And if we compare this to the existing Pro Max, we have the same situation of a taller phone by an almost identical margin to the Pro model. And the width, once again, looks to be close to identical with a little bit of tolerance for the material differences from the actual iPhone to this model, so I don't think that's significant, but height is significant, and it should allow the display inside to grow ever so slightly with that small increase. So if you are thinking about picking up a new iPhone 16, then we will absolutely have you covered with later case products. These, of course, are extremely thin phone cases that are made of DuPont Kevlar, and they're pretty much as thin as you can get. That material is chosen for the fact that you can make it this thin but still have it strong enough to be rigid, and the beauty